So I found a topic that I think would be great for photographers, videographers, and people who don't care about being either one. So my buddy Chuppy tells me one day, hey man, there's this thing on eBay that you should buy. And if you buy it, it can totally upgrade your kit that you have for all your videography stuff. So I was like, let me see this thing that you're talking about that could help me upgrade my photography stuff. And you know what happened next? I looked at it and I said, wow, that's super cheap. And he was like, I know, that's what I told you originally. And I was like, I know, but I didn't tell the audience that yet. And he's like, oh, okay. Okay, so I'm being a little silly. So my buddy Chuppy, he's a photographer, and he told me about this lens right here. It's a 55 to 135 millimeter lens. It is originally designed for a Nikon. It is a manual lens, which means you have full control over everything that you do with this thing. It's not digital in any shape or form, meaning that there are no digital doohickey thingies inside of this thing that like does anything special, and it makes really cool noises when you shake it. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there are times where you run into a situation where you buy a really cool, awesome, cheap lens that is used on eBay, and as soon as it arrives to your home, you unbox it and you realize very quickly that this thing is probably not going to be as good as you thought it was going to be, mainly because the first thing I noticed with this one is that it has micro scratches in the lens. I mean, that almost renders this whole thing garbage, right? When you want to do like some video stuff and some photography, the whole point of a lens is like you want clear glass. I mean, it looks clear here, but if you get all up on it, you'll see that there's super micro scratches all up in this thing. So I did take this lens with me and I started capturing some footage, and the footage actually wasn't too bad. I mean, the camera itself holds pretty strong. So even with a lens like this with micro scratches in it, I was able to still capture some decent shots of birds and stuff. So I mean, that was cool. I ended up finding out that this lens actually isn't bad, and I'm actually gonna keep it as part of my arsenal. If I absolutely need to get a far shot on something, I can. I also took it to a zoo. We went to like we went to what is it, a zoo? It wasn't a zoo. What was it? A national reserve or something with animals and stuff. You can tell I'm great with titles. But anyway, I took this with me and I was able to actually get some pretty cool shots of, you know, animals and stuff doing things that animals normally do. You know, like frolic and chew on things and walk around and stuff. So that was cool. I want to say I only paid like 20 bucks for this thing, which normally a lens like this could easily run you in the hundreds. So now that I understand how this works from a long distance and taking shots with my camera, both video and photography, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I do like to share different things that can help people understand how production works. Not only that, but it also helps the people who are trying to get into production. So hopefully you found this useful, and hopefully you found it somewhat entertaining, even if you don't care about it. So thanks, Chuppy, for showing me this lens and bringing it to my attention so I could buy it. And I definitely was able to use it, and now I just wanted to share this with everybody else in case anybody else ever thinks about this stuff. And if they don't, that's okay, because it doesn't really matter. And if you're here and you're new and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, fantastic. If you don't, no big deal. All right, no big deal. Okay, so on top of that, if you've been here for a while, I just want to say thanks for supporting. And outside of that, I have no idea why I'm talking like this. Thanks for watching.